Hi everyone, my name is Atharvan Anche and welcome to Redfox Security channel. Whether you are just starting in cybersecurity or looking to level up and are curious about cybersecurity, you are at the right place. At Redfox, we prioritize hands-on learning with 70% practical, 30% theory, ensuring you to gain real-world skills. Our team has worked on hundreds of real-world engagements. We offer pen testing services across various domains of cybersecurity, and we also provide courses and training at academyredfox.com. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn for more insights. Getting to today's discussion, we are going to talk about Drozer tool and how we can exploit broadcast receivers using Drozer. So let's get to the slides. As this will be not only introductory, this will be a practical demonstration as well about the Drozer application and how it can be used to exploit broadcast receivers in an particular application. So before understanding how we can exploit broadcast receivers, we need to know what exactly I mean by broadcast receivers. So for that, we will go ahead. So what exactly is a broadcast receiver? Broadcast receivers are used to listen and respond to system-wide and app-specific events in background. So what I mean by this, you ever saw some applications which automatically accepts the OTP? Let's suppose you got an OTP on your message. So your application asks a permission that whether he can read the message as well. So once you give the permission, your message, he reads the message and the OTP is auto-generated on your screen. So how the application does that? So it uses broadcast receivers to do such things, and not only OTPs, there are different things which also goes in background. Let's suppose when you are offline, you are not connected to the Wi-Fi, so the application won't update anything. There won't be anything if there are any upgrades in the application is needed, but it won't update as you have not connected to Wi-Fi. But once you are connected, it started to update and download different what you can say features for your application. So how it does that? It listens to the outband communication using the broadcast receivers. And the another example can be like if you are traveling, you are going on a plane, so you turned on your airplane mode, and how the application inside your mobile device reacts to that particular communication. So it uses the receivers. Once you have turned on airplane mode, might the application turn down or there won't be any kind of communication. So this is how actually broadcast receivers work in an application. So now what we will understand, how we can identify in an application if the broadcast receivers are vulnerable or not. And one more thing, if you have missed my first video on how we can install and configure Drozer in a device, so go and check that first. I have given the link in the description. Once you have done that, then you will be all the doubts regarding Drozer as well will be cleared. So now we will move ahead and know how we can identify whether the broadcast receivers used in an application might be vulnerable. So there are two ways. First is using a JDEX tool. So the JDEX GUI tool, as I said earlier, it will decompile the application and show all the components of the application within the in a GUI mode. And then there is another way, using the Drozer itself. It will give you an awesome commands through which you can identify if the broadcast receivers are vulnerable and what kind of permission it holds. So let's move ahead and do the identify if the application is vulnerable or not. So let's go ahead. So DVAC, this is one of the vulnerable applications which I am using. So I'll just open the JDEX. I'll drag and drop my vulnerable application in JDEX UI. In real world also, you can check if your application's broadcast receivers are exported or are vulnerable. So by doing this method, once it's decompiled, navigate to the Android manifest file in the resources folder, and then search for the exported, or you can say, I don't think so exactly search, but you can just see if there are any, Android exported is true, so let's see with the Android exported. So over here, as you can see, there is an activity, the change password activity, and which is exported to true, which we have exploited in the activities part. Let me check another. Shutdown receiver, change password receiver. Yeah, as you can see, there is one of the receivers over here, which is a broadcast receiver. So the Android name, the com zing dvi change password receiver is set to exported true, which means the receiver is listening to all the other communications having outside your application, and there are some actions and intent as well. So this is one of the I feel this is one of a vulnerable endpoint which we will try to exploit as well. And not only change password receiver, but there are different receivers which are exported true, that is shutdown receiver. So in real world scenario, not always you are going to find something like shutdown receiver or change password receiver. There might be something different, but one thing will be there. There will be some intent filters which will be used, through which we will identify if the broadcasts are properly used or not. Then goes with the shutdown receiver and everything. So yes, we have identified two receivers right now. That is, one is change password receiver and another one is shutdown receiver. These are the two things which we have identified. Now let's see how we can do that using the Drozer itself. So for that, first we need to open our application. So I'm using Nox emulator, so I will go. You can set up your password accordingly. It's fine. So I have already installed Drozer APK and DVAC. So as I said earlier, you need to visit my first video about understanding what is Drozer application and how we can install it and configure it basically and use it to exploit contents of application. So make sure you check that out first, then it will be clear for you as well. So let's use a Drozer to exploit it or like identify it. So now I'll be going to the Nox page, program files. Then I'll open my command here. So let's first connect with the emulator. So yeah, your emulator is listening on 62001. So now we need to connect with the console of Drozer. So let's we will use Drozer console connect to connect with the give some runtime error. Let's check what happened. You probably didn't specify valid Drozer server, and let's okay. So we need to first forward the port and open the Drozer as well. Wait a second. So the agent is listening over here. We have turned on the Drozer agent. It is listening on 31415. So we need to make sure that we forward our port to 31415. So let's do it. ADB forward. I will do that. ADB forward TCP : then TCP. So yeah, we have forwarded the port. Now let's run the command Drozer console connect. The remote host has closed. Let's check with the Drozer 2. Yeah, it's working fine. An existing connection has forcefully. Okay, So let's check with ADB devices first, then we will forward the port again. Now let's try to connect. Okay, let me verify. Now we can I'll do one thing, I'll restart the Nox, so this might solve the issue. So yeah, Nox is getting started. So yes, off. Let's try now. First ADB devices. Yes, it's listening. Forward TCP3. Okay, wait a minute. I guess this might be the issue. Yeah, exactly. So I forgot to put a colon over here. So don't miss that out. As we have connected to Drozer, now let's check how we can use Drozer to identify the broadcast receivers are vulnerable or not. First we will run a command, run app.package.info fna with the package name. So we will get the package name from the Android manifest file. There will be somewhere here. Okay, you got the package name. Just copy it, not need to worry, paste, done. So by running this command you will get an information about the particular package which is running. These are all the permission to now we will identify the attack surface as well. So run app.package.attack surface. I'll go with the package name. I don't think so hyphen is required. Yeah, as the attack surface has enumerated that there are 3 broadcast receivers exported and might be exploitable. So now to check with the broadcast receivers, we need to make sure to run the command run app.package. I won't say app.package, app.broadcast, right? .info and yeah, there you go with the package name. So let's check. So as you can see, this command has enumerated the broadcast receivers, and through which we have understood there are 3 broadcast receivers which are exported, and there are 2 with permission null. So whenever I see receivers which have no permissions, means we can either sniff it or we can send our own broadcast to the particular application. So how we are going to do that? So I'll just demonstrate this as well. One second. So there is one more command -i which will give you a detailed information about the particular component like broadcast. -i, you just need to add -i at the end, and here you can see that not only the package name and the permission, but it also shows you the intent filters, that is the action and the categories which will require to for the exploitation part. So in this way we have understood how we can identify if the components are vulnerable. Now let's move ahead for the exploitation part. So let's go to the slides first. So we have successfully identified that the DVAC application have some vulnerable components, the broadcast receivers. So how we can exploit it? So I'll basically demonstrating 2 ways how we are going to exploit it. So first is intent sniffing, and second is I will change the password directly. So what is intent sniffing? What I mean by it? So in the first example I told you, let's assume that there is an application which is reading your OTPs, and then it is auto pasting it, and you are able to, you don't need to just copy and paste the OTP, the application is doing it for you. Now suppose, what if this action can be listened at some port? For example, an attacker is down there who is listening on your particular what you can say activity or action, and once you generated an OTP and the application has listened to it and he pasted it in the input box, the attacker can sniff it and can get the OTP. Sounds dangerous, right? So exactly, we can perform such kind of attacks when your receivers are not properly configured. So I will demonstrate one of the intent sniffing, and yes, we can also change the password and being when I'm not authorized to doing that. So let's go ahead and do the practical. So I'll move to the application part first. I'll show you the application first. So this is a DVAC. So let me just log in. So I have set a password like admin@123. So what we are going to see, what we have identified so far, that let me show you this. So what we have identified so far, that the change password receiver is vulnerable and it has no permission. Means we can even sniff it, and we can listen to if any attacker, if any legit user is trying to change the password, we can listen to it and we can get the password as well. So let's perform this attack and understand. So this is a change password thing, so cancel it. So now we required broadcast sniff command to sniff the particular input. I will do that. Run app dot broadcast dot sniff, and then the component, then the action. So we require the action, not the component. So yes, so this is the thing, run app broadcast sniff action. So from where will you get the action? As I said, the this command will give you a complete information about the particular broadcast receivers. So from here, the change password receiver, then there is an actions. So just copy this action, paste it here, and start. So yeah, as you can see, the broadcast receivers is registered sniff matching intents. So now it is listening basically the input. So whatever a legit user has opened the application, now he's trying to change his password, is like, I need to change it. So I won't say you what is my new password, you will get that. So my current password, so anything, let's suppose 5. Okay, change. So let's go here. So as you can see, I was successfully able to sniff the password, where the new password is this which you got, and the current password is over here. So now if an attacker has this password, yeah, he is able to log in and get the user session. So this is how an attacker can sniff particular input field. This is just an example. There are real world scenarios where you can sniff the OTPs and get the authorization as well. So yeah, this was good. So let's move ahead and understand the another way how you can exploit broadcast receivers. Get to the slides. So the another way was to change the password. Now I was able to sniff it, right? So what is I need to first get the password, then I'm manually pasting it, and then I'm getting the user's authentication. So how about I change the password from outside? It's more it's more like something. So let's do it. So For that, first you need to understand the broadcast receivers have some command. So as it has a sniff mode, we can also send the broadcast. So how it is? Run app dot. So let me just, I'm not authenticated. Just check once. Yeah, I'm not authenticated now. So app dot so send. Then I required an action. So for the action part, I can just copy this. Okay. So there is double circle, hyphen action, then paste it. What a space. Okay. So now comes for the changing the password. So to change the password, first we need to understand what exactly the functionality is. So we will open the JDEX to understand the functionality of the change password. So let's I've already opened it and we are on the change password receiver. So double click on this and you will open a dex file, class dex file, which tells you about the change password extents. There is a broadcast receivers which are being used. Registered password, first we need to register a password to get authentication. Then there is this functionality where you can see there are two things which it checks to change a password. That is a current password and then there is a new password. So first we need to make sure that we have entering proper. So it is a string and yeah, and then there will be a value. So for that we will be using extra, then goes with string. So we will require a string. So we want exactly this thing, that is current password. Yeah. Then we will insert our current password, that was admin. I've changed it, right? Admin @12345. So suppose a user an attacker know a legit user's password, but how he can change it? So now I will show you that. Then extra string, and then I will require the new password. Okay, so admin @123. So yes, so we have this is the command through which we can change a user's password, but it is not complete yet, as we have not mentioned the component as well. We need to mention the component to complete this command. So hyphen component, then goes with the component part, where we will mention first the package name and then the component. So where we will find that over here. So this is basically the package name. Got the package name, so paste it, and the component is over here. Package name, this is the component, so paste it here. So everything looks fine. We are not authenticated as well, so just this. Okay, yeah, just enter this. Password changed successfully, as you can see. So if my command has worked properly, we will be able to authenticate using admin @123, which will be our new password. So let's check admin @12345 first. Yeah, invalid password, there you go. And now admin @123, I will type it one. Admin @123. There you go. So this is how an attacker can exploit broadcasts which are not properly permissioned, which don't have proper permissions, and this is how you can just break the authentication. So with the exploitation part, as a penetration testers, you should also understand that we are not only exploiting, we need to give some mitigations as well. So the mitigation for particular broadcast receivers is like it is similar to the activity part. When you are exporting a broadcast, you need to make sure if you just want to make sure if the broadcast receivers are exported, it have a proper permissions or not. So you can look at to this slide that first you can just make sure that your exported are false. But yeah, in some cases you need to make it exported true, as there are some functionalities which you want, such as the OTP one, which we have already discussed. At that time we need to give proper permissions to that particular receiver functionality, and after that it can be patched and can't be exploited. So this was all, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this session. So at Redfox Academy, we don't just teach, we prepare you for the real world with the hands-on learning and insights for the experienced professional. Want to land a high-paying salary in Big Four company? Start building your career right now with the right skills today at Redfox Security. Explore courses at academyredfox.com and unlock the potential. Share this video with your friends and let us know if in the comments if there are any specific topic you need to cover. And if you love our content, hit that subscribe button. Your cybersecurity journey starts here. Let's learn with Redfox Security.